Abranaaso ne kankan Anglican den so se ahanso sara na Pentecost mentas enkunsu ageso aji baby akrate fua mori akoto afi ne yede nampana bu timumra metie dwumadi papa Paul awa mantem ono osin adikanfo Abranaaso ye tie ne berima hini yatiti Abranaaso kuku seku obiriku kusukuku ni ejemiri kuku bekem ni ade ayemogude nanso Abranaaso nkomode etim ho so su abrobo nsuo beye boden ohuru ye pamoja enya achekirechi Abranaaso ya dose metro nkropo aye hyew se kolebu ayarasafo kuku manne asore dom awuru nyina sufre Abranaaso presby dongba es Abranaaso ya soko Methodist dongsi Abranaaso enene kankan Abranaaso ne kankan Anglican den so se ahanso sara na Pentecost mentas enkunsu ageso aji baby akrate fua mori akoto afi ne yede nampana bu timumra metie dwumadi papa Paul awa mantem ono osin adikanfo Abranaaso ye tie ne berima hini yatiti Abranaaso kuku seku obiriku kusukuku ni ejemiri kuku bekem ni ade ayemogude nanso Abranaaso nkomode etim ho so su abrobo nsuo beye boden ohuru ye pamoja enya achekirechi Abranaaso ya dose metro nkropo aye hyew se kolebu ayarasafo kuku manne asore dom awuru nyina sufre Abranaaso presby dongba es Abranaaso ya soko Methodist dongsi Abranaaso enene kankan Abranaaso ne kankan Anglican den so se ahanso sara na Pentecost mentas enkunsu ageso aji baby akrate fua mori akoto afi ne yede nampana bu timumra metie dwumadi papa Paul awa mantem everybody say
All right, in the name of the Almighty God, we the people of Ghana, in exercise of our natural and inalienable right, establish to ourselves a framework of government which shall secure for ourselves and posterity the blessings of liberty, equality of opportunity, and if we are on Saturday morning, I Abranaaso nkomo. Abranaaso on TV XYZ, Medina Society, still remaining the Bombardier Field Marshal Squadron Leader Ranger Buffalo Huanyi Royal, General Kabaka, Bumfa this year, and the Message this year, Army Free as Santiago, and I'm Hinti, stress on the Huanyi Royal, General Kabaka, Sheikh Guevara of Ghana Radio, the one that bears the spirit of our forebearers, from Kenneth Kaunda to Nelson Mandela, from Leopold Senghor to Julius Kambarara Nyerere, Kwame Nkrumah, and Mensa Saba, Omunyina spirit etimimu. I am a nondescript radical reformer. I came, I saw, I fear not. Anope yese bedi nkomo afa Ghana ho. Said there be amunim no. yɛbɛhwɛ ɛyɛ nsɛm a etwa go no yɛbusa question sɛ enkosi da bɛn yɛwie enkosi da bɛn na mema akwan amoa ba na nso ne me abɛɛdɛ abɛnante na wakyerɛ wadwene ama Ghana mpanimfoɔ hunu sɛ deɛ ɛkɔ so no yɛabrɛ ɛne deɛ ɛkɔ so no yɛwie no a yɛne ɛyɛ captain retired Joel K Sowu yɛn nyinaa yɛba bɛte captain Sowu Emrante ne mabawa mu okrom ha medical ka kire mo say you don't know where Ghana is coming from. Over the years we are coming from a direction and we are heading supposedly we are heading towards a direction. It's yeremba komachi ne de maba bedu sam pempenso yi ne ahwe ba bia ye kɔ as a nation. Yes say omre ha ya Abranaaso ene wo kɔ yi atwen. Wo kɔ wadi na atwen. Mayeni Ghana nkomo efise free 1957 a yenya afa wodie ma Ghana yebedi enkomo afọ my Ghana ho Abranaaso ene edi no mema me akosu abeno wa Abranaaso uraboni asama nkese Abranaaso General Blay as Abranaaso ye kan say champion Fuseni Adams Joe Ashaiman Rose Queen of Airwaves in mo maka nyina Abranaaso ne edi sa nkomo no aye TVXYZ Abranaaso nkomo medamu aba enchiba fidie nim free a beba the show continues.
The average human body mass should have at least 60% water for optimal performance in any physical or mental exercise. We can help you maintain it naturally. X Natural Mineral Water. Simply natural.
Welcome to AutoCheck Vehicle Diagnostic and Licensing Center.
I hear my car can be checked here without going to so many hour crash.
Sure. Emission, check.
Alignment, check.
Brakes, check. Visit AutoChecks at Koforodia Aquadrum Road for the roadworthiness of your vehicle, from saloon cars to heavy-duty industrial vehicles. Madam, your car is now ready for the road.
Thank you so much. AutoChecks, check.
AutoChecks, your safety, our priority.
AutoChecks. Intransigent position is not favorable to the peace and stability of this country.
Right, but I saw that so share Abranaaso on TVXYZ. Obetimi join here Facebook and TVXYZ na ya twetwe nkomo. E home reading messages in more everywhere. But obetimi join here Twitter so Okatechie AM at Okatechie AM and I say at TVXYZ on Twitter. Na fe ye di nkomo. Abranaaso ha ye kan said ye etie. You ensure that Sanibia, without fear, without favor, we say it as it is. You was my Ghana, and that is exactly what we are going to do. And that's sorry, wiki mu adiana echagu pa agenda 111. Agenda 111. Metia nam say ada that lumba aba politics man 111666. And I'm say there be NPP aban ananado nankwaku for the President of the Republic edenimu ede agenda 111 eba eye aba edie ya about say enano last year COVID-19 by ananado nankwaku for the bekachire ye say obesi hospitals eye 88 district hospitals across the country ebesi ne 1 year down the lane ye hunu 88 district hospital ne ba kokora and you say okay Nanado Nankwaku-Addo asako rebrande eye agenda 88 hospitals no edibia ka ho amenako eye 111 Agenda 111. That means obesi 111 district and regional hospitals across the country. We enkaya asempa mebwa. Nemo mpenimfosi onya wobeyo ye kachire de waye bi pen. And in building of our health sector, you busa question say, eti enkosi da ben na oman ye betina say near the development agro to pre hey joy agro to press without any direction, any sense of purpose. Now you this sloganeering propaganda and a build oman. You busa question, you busa your question. Okoka wam say na umpa by no asem and you are bitter and this, but it's not about being bitter or umpa by nasem. Medical catcher from the start of my show say the is to get a long-term development planning that is binding and continuous in nature. Enye MPP NDC sloganeering agenda 111 planting for food and jobs. That's why the bachina body cry intimate. Ghana Beyond Aid is here, Bobisian Saabro over 170 billion in 4 years. It's a question I say, is it about the slogans? But when some Crawford say, ye mubi and the empire by Nasem and ye we should be happy. We should be happy for what? What exactly? We should be happy see you draw plan out 2 papers so say yeah the design be by a friend agenda 111 and I said yeah we should be happy say abiding my slogans or what? I want to understand. We should be happy for what exactly? Is it that abiding to me see even a single block and people say oh ana won't buy some enra asad enra area 37 military hospital 37 military hospital which is about 30 seconds drive from Air Flagstaff House Jubilee House X-ray machine could be new. A functional X-ray machine. Maybe say yes, will be say 37 military hospital. X-ray machine ebini. Make sure to one grovosi INT president and conquer X-ray machine. And no, it is not about the president X-ray machine, but it's about the president making sure say medical culture say about 80 to 90% of the solutions to our problem is in this document. I know Jimmy. Tienye. It's not about slogans. We are not interested in slogans. Agenda 111. Agenda 111 because health minister and watching no. Yeah, born here was as Sputnik was a and some no. ATS ya kofa bibi boom now communicators and share spread agenda 111. Medical culture say we do not build a nation on propaganda. Agenda 111 a day. 88 now President Council Bisino. What is the state of it? But in any case, yanko back krani yanko radio. President is so busy a hospitals 111 in the next 3 years na akanona. Obibaka say any yankadi or babato yen what is the state of it? After all, the Ghana sikana ye. It is also busy a hospitals a 111 across the country. Now so ebigumurama eseya. What is the sense in it? You have a question. And consider Ben you use slogans and propaganda to develop the nation instead of being real on the ground and developing the nation. You have a question. So President so basically 111. You have say a hospitals now already a 100 ano. What is the state of it? If it's on your bay, catch it do I be paying. And I assume your reporter Emaneko a year. You can say university. You can say the bank hospital. The bank hospital. Time when I'm a happy FM, and I'm a me project. Say me boom. And you see the bank hospital, University of Ghana Medical Center. Sesen ekoso any other hospitals. There's all fanko medical center and the kaho. Me reporter could do the bank hospital. No busa say wisdom. Adiano omode ye adwuma. Wisdom say ani omode ye adwuma. Tienye. Medical culture say aban ne ye de ya yebeka oye na nya yebede yebebom enye de yisuru. Eti the bank hospital na esi VFS enche cantonment no ena no pamesuma wisdom say onkonko so obode ye adwuma okoduru ho na ampaniampa a doctor fo gu ho a nurse fo gu ho a wo moye adwuma eti for the first time yebebo aban na ba so any Ministry of Health say ade anu adwoma amasi ye no wo mantwen amana ngu ho ansai. Ayan and TSA University of Ghana Medical Center, so no so mobia a doctor for a more. For that record, we could not verify because Mesuma wisdom no why late to come and do production. Tienye. Then we will still continue to ask questions. Say, dear John Dramani Mahama, you know, what is the state of it? And campese ya badia na nado dan kwaku fado ekate so de so obeye no yenko ne yenko hwe eye Kumawu hospital government hospital na yenhwe the state of it mema a hospital a John Dramani Mahama aban a sebisebio eye Ghana aban anadi ne sika eye it is not about John Dramani Mahama, it is not about Akufo-Addo, it is about having a national development and a national plan. We Kumawu hospital na uhu no 120 bed Kumawu hospital. It is a president say obesi eye Kumawu hospital 111 agenda 111 yebusan say what is the state of eye John Dramani Mahama aban Kumawu hospital 120 there no Ghana sika na dey. So what is the state of it? Kumawu hospital akanwuram Kumawu hospital no ana wani sisu awo hwe no akanwuram ya the Ghana sikana medical culture say we need a national development plan that is binding, that will not let any sub-sub-yo snuggle government come and do what they like. Kumawu hospital no, that is the state of it. 120 bed Kumawu hospital and me continue instead of propaganda and sloganeering agenda 111 see me continue we are and ke bia no be yentem etimi asa eyenkrofo yare achan de ye no Abaji fameko 120 to 200 bed at Betifi hospital which was 40% complete under NDC ex-Wild government in 2016 before so mulusu ye we 120 to 200 bed hospital a ewokuma Kwawu Abetifi. The state of it, akanwuram. Asu ye propaganda say be ya agenda 111. Menim say so omo ye that lumba. Yes ye the 666 so omo so. Where ye Ghana sika na de ye. Nobody is against any sabisabio agenda bia. Okasa agenda 111 na ye tiase say opese we see hospitals. Na mo bi busa say de aban sika ye no. Adan wajagu nwura mane say ye. Where 120 bed at Betifi hospital, which was about 40% complete before say to Obama NDC lusu ye. Question aye busa say, adena ye de Ghana sika aye sade we na ye jagu ngrom amana say ye. Enkosi da ben ye beto aso aye MPP, NDC, MPP, NDC, MPP, NDC. Ama Ghana sika. Ya sign of this magnitude. Oko kana MPP 4 edi echire ana wotan aban ana wo pa bibi ni wanya na mi pa bibi ni wanya se ni ye no se wo pa bibi ni wanya se ni ye no ade me no kasa kura so me ma me ni mpompa ene eye fremo pare e bia okura me kasa Black Sabbath onko hoda enso ugina wo se me pa bibi ni manya. It is about development of this nation. And ye ka che na na do na Akufo-Addo say obaye no President Mills Constitutional Review Commission for report nobody buy no. Okay? Almost say we need a national development plan. Sa national development plan omo make recommendations under health. We are make recommendations omo make here. Abaji fameko 120 bed Fomena hospital which was about 80% complete at the time NDC lost in 2016. Fameko Fomena hospital near Radia. Fameko near Radia. Fomena hospital akanwuram. Ensu ya see be agenda 111. Okoka omusi yantibi da ya de Ghana sika na si ye. Ya de Ghana sika na aye Fomena hospital no so akanwuram. Ni ya propaganda. We are developing a nation with propaganda. Because health minister who akam etiesi abetu betum. Na communicators initial say na wompa bayasem and agenda 111. We thank you Nanado. Yes, we thank Nanado. Osiadoya Nanado. We thank him. But everybody who expect said obabeto ye no obeto aso wi ansa na wakwako biefu frano. Fomena hospital. And building a nation is not about slogans. Agenda 111 666 111 666. Agenda continuation of government is what we are asking for. Agenda having a national development plan is what we are asking for. Agenda working with the Constitutional Review Commission for report and a recommendation is what we are asking for. And I will show you the recommendations they made under health. And you will see, sir, it is not about slogans we use to build a nation. On support agenda 111 the anachese so ya against Akufo-Addo government. May you against Akufo-Addo government am dey dia ya messenger hene wo best stand president ana. Yet now from 2016, me the good 2014, 2012, 2013, me the good your mama so the good na no MP before and see me form. Because we were critical about your mama aban. Certain MP before see me form and this form permasem. And they over NDC for fro, hey, we like you. Hey, you are doing a great job. I know, say, Abai Sasa, mum pemasem. It may be what temporary political friends. I don't care. Abai Sasa says, see here, NDC MPP more, NDC for mum pemasem. MPP for 2013, 2014, now me the darling boy of MPP because we were fighting for the interest and the cause of Ghana. Yaja hospitals are made of gumuram. And so you see a agenda 111 you could chat a slogans. You will say, okay, if it is about sword cutting, sword cutting. If it's about sword cutting. Yankwa from a year nanado by na bemu from a year 2017. Ebesine sword cutting is a why for a year hospitals home. Near resa watimi area, Yebusan and say, what is the state of the 100-bed trauma hospital now? October 1st, 2020. Ochayeno. But Yemusa said, Nanado for the sword cutting now, or the trauma hospital, 100-bed trauma hospital. What is the state of it? And may a research be mom catcher and say, okay, or might be baby or more extension, but still are no progress in Shada and Yamahisi. Jelly. Etikade one side can be the da. One would have expected say, and Kabamu and Yakwa no one ankwade, where we. Nanado kokate sword ewo eye kwaben achem kwaben si obesi 40-bed district hospital October 1st 2020 yebusa say sa eye district hospital. What is the state of it? It is not about sword cutting, it is not about slogans, it is about national development. 30-bed remodeling of eye Enyirisi hospital no eno akwesi say Nkwatia District Hospital no aye kate sword on the 9th of October no. What is the state of it? Achiase District Hospital no aye kate sword aye October 4, 2020 no. What is the state of it? Yebusa question. Edukrom District Hospital no. What is the state of it? August 25, 2020. Yebusa question say what is the state of all this? Jumaport District Hospital na ye kate sword October 9, 2020 no. What is the state of it? Yemusa question. Now anopeya mesuma one of my soldiers emane Koforidua say yesi regional hospital in Koforidua from last year July 22nd 2020 and ye twa sa sword cutting for sa regional hospital no. Na yanko back nyanko video anopeya one of my soldiers etu anopa no nsia eko site also kwakọ abaje one amenentwa abaje wan Dabi busa wisdom. There is a video and then mesuma mrante and you call the bank hospital no. Aha. Fantastic. And you bet chira Koforidua, Koforidua. Ye twa short cutting July 22nd, 2020. Ebesine. You bet share exactly what is the state of it. Say ye timi dia sompo about formana. And so you see agenda 111. Medical catch say we need a national development plan. I do a mind be konanim tienye enye slogans. The solutions to the problems of this country, about 80 to 90% resides in this book, in this document. A Constitutional Review Commission report. Also, na do na move for some of our judgment. J.J. Rawlings constitution, which is a political constitution and not a developmental constitution, and Constitutional Review Commission report. Our Professor Mills estate up about 80 to 70% of the development of this nation solution. And so almost you will say questions as our report we the now a report on the recommendations our make here. Yababa back for advice or the Sumane. But some of the recommendations from a National Development Planning Commission, the Constitutional Review Commission report. One more report. Almost one. We need a national health policy which aims at improving the general health of Ghanaians, that is regulating tobacco and alcohol consumption. A roadmap how we can make sure achieve a health purpose. And so almost regulating tobacco and alcohol consumption, emphasizing preventive medicine and reinforcing regenerative health programs. Okay, and so one of the recommendations is also increasing the funding for health sector by drawing funds from oil and gas. Said the see hospitals and not slogans, and also also to expand NHIS to ensure its sustainability, greater access and efficiency. One more roadmap. Constitutional Review Commission report. Professor Emeritus Albert Kojo report on our Professor Mills is setting it up on January 10th, 2011. Almost Juma. Now you also to include in the Constitution an explicit provision on the individual's right to health. Where now Constitutional Review Commission report and someone can say under health we should be able to do the next constitution we are asking for, and not this document, some bogus document now. Your friend 1902 constitution. The next constitution we are asking for, it has been made. Say a constitution which shall include a explicit provision on the individual's right to health. To regulate, okay. When you say video now, me. Aha. Anopeya na mesuma I see yanko Kufuor Hospital ho. Na yanko what is the state of it? Kufuor Hospital, Regional Hospital na yitwa sword. July 22nd, 2020 no. Yanko what is the state of it? Abaje mame sound. No munu say na anopeya no mu try mame sound. Mame sound. Mame. It is not about slogans. It is not about slogans. Kufuor Regional Hospital no ayeka CAC no ni state ni nie anopeya na me kotwa ye nyamfa asokora mo from ye grade what the chance age ho enso 1 year down the lane enso ye ka agenda 111 ye ka agenda 111 because of propaganda and slogans. Okoka yes o tan aban. Okoka yes wo tu aban no. Aso ye ka nokore na akere mo ye menkwa na meka nokore. Otumfo na ese tutu opem so ohene kase nyame kase konfa no chi nyame kase e de nsam soma eye na hemfo si emra meka nkere eye na nado na nkwa Kufuor ene na ban time mo ko eye santimam so mo ko kate sword for eye agenda 111 abaje say video na ready a ma yentie de eye ohene no e de otumfo ano disem ma meka nkere o say eye otumfo asem no ohene no beka yo yeko ne ekotie emom obo Ghana fo ho bai sani be ya yi asusu anu na emom sabusia kra na obebo na de abo e ho ban a Ghana fo ebe ye adwumaden e de ate a ebosia no ende wapa se u be free di ase Ghana fo e ji wachi se untumi nya se kuma wudia untumi te won samfre ho Omena de unwe aferi social media ene atimie bebre se foto a wa bokra so de beye no enya ade a beso hospital wo ha ene akire a obesisi wo Ghana mensini ni mantam bebre a
any abai ayare sabia. So senior obesra otumfo kachire wo no. Say senior Ghana ni bia bebo bra na waboyi. Baba ba yo man panyini. Yaka ni se obesum Ghana ye na wajidi. Na Ghana fo ekai ade. Na oni ho a de aka o. Yo man panyini Ghana fo ene o eje achi. Se untumi nye. Otumfo e wa rese mu se ubetumi aye. Se na futa o de ma wo Ghana for adwuma so rai o ma wi asu ya o munya adwuma enye ye hwe ya yaresa eho ene hwe o mai mpuntutuma a wo ye ya kwan a ahodo a wo ye eno ne hwe eho e de to aba so one crocra we na Ghana for ya de ekom ene ebufuo ene ede to aba dan so tumfo se obeye na de broni e friend se legacy obeje odini ato ho na Ghana for yewre mfiri woda sa abota kase ya odi esi wani so yi so tumi ya e ba da ho afebo na ahye odini enmonyam to tumfo se odimpa abo beta woti ama Ghana sikasem tokrobia
abaje gina mame me da se ya besa bo eye video and see ohine kasa ohine nyansani kasa o kodi ne message ni very very well ade ya ye kan eye otumfo na ese tutu na de nanu disem asoma eye ohine mpon so omra meka otie nie eti papa na wagina ho okasa no ohine no okasa no won kasa so ono na ekasa o enti no wasi otumfo na ese tutu se otumfo beso woka asem kire na nado o se Ghana fo se Sewia hospital no kura wonye ho adwuma fomena no akosi sai enti ohine ne sheda se social media fo oje wo kirinye enye kirinye ne yaje no empanimfo no se onya wo beye ye ka kire de waye bi pen wo ka na ya hwe the demeanor of Nanado as if said your hine can one day because a honye praise singing na Nanado afa paper no hwe mu bad de o hine ka kire na ne se de wo de da na wo ba beto ye no to aso ansa no ba my slogans agenda one and 666 and now we need continuous national development plan but you see enu ananado dan kwakufu ado ene mpanimfo bi share before that yensa nkotie ohene no asem na wo ka kire Nanado ni bio abwaji sasimi so bio sasimi so
Oba Ghana for ho bai se de be ya yi asusu anu na mom sabusia kra na obebo na de aboy ho bai a Ghana for ebeye adwumaden e de ate a ebosia no and waba se wo be fit di ase Ghana for ejiwachi se untumi nya se kuma wudia untumi tewo
se o se Ghana for ejiwachi nye se untumi nya adentia efise kuma wudia no wonya wahine ne Kenya anisi sabi opani kasa wakasa benyansafo kasa opeso ono aka kire sabi Nanado se ade no ubetimi aye a anka ba ye kuma wudia no kwaye nemo opesa Nanado feel se Ghana fo no o se Ghana fo je wachenye se kuma wudia no wonya abaje to asoma me
se kuma wudia ntimete wo nsamfire ho omena de unwe aferi social media and echimie bebre se foto a wabokra so de beye no enya ade a ebeso
ejina wa mame jina afa so ho ani si propaganda Ohine ne se even photo no amabɔ se mo de besi agenda wa no social media for se ohine be so kire enso otumfo asem no waka no etu otumfo na ese tutukura anye nkrofo ni se saa photo no amabɔ de be ye so called agenda 111 no ebetimi aye adwuma meni umienu nyina ya aware say agenda 111 no it was just to come and cover kwaku agima manu ene Sputnik ensem no enya bibia omoba besie. I'm telling you honestly. I know see a way and someone tree and someone from dear a war de dana kura wunya nye. I want you to asu ni enti ohene no to aso.
Obesisi o Ghana mensini ne mantam bedua eni aban ayare sabia. Eso senior obesra otumfo ka kire wo no. Say senior Ghana ni bia bebo bra na waboyi. Baba yo man panyini yaka ni se ubasumu Ghana ye na wajidi na Ghana fo ekai ade na oni ho a de aka o yo man panyini Ghana fo ene o eje achi se untumi nye
you know abemu hu the demeanor of the president President nim pese obekte no kore no ayeka no enu bi me ka kire mo se president ye obi a me hunu se ni problem ne se wo ka no kore na kire na wontie eti nkofo na wa around him no entronko na atwa no ana ye ne de I na na to Akufo-Addo. I have worked to the interest of the nation and the nation is really the obo me say the people are lying to the president and president ye obi a se wo ka no kore kire no a no asisi na so. When I'm so in a you know, I'm president, you've done well. Now, come on and say, Kakajima Mano is my health minister. And I'm saying, oh, he didn't cast some identity. More the demeanor of the president. Just as I'm not can go minty. And always, your cousin, your mama can say, won't you be? You see, Nanado Dan Akufo-Addo is the proper definition for Yentubia. Nanado Dan Akufo-Addo, or see a day your Akufo-Addo. Why the proper definition of Yentubia? Awaji enko ni esa hwade ene o eje achi se untumi nye tumfo e wa rehemu se ubetumi aye se na futu a de ma wo se Ghana fo ke adwuma so rai o ma wi esu ya o mu nya adwuma enye ye hwe ya yaresa ehun ene ehwe omayi impuntutuma a wo ye yakwan ahodo a wo ye eno ne ehwe ehun ede to aba so wan krokra we nyina Ghana fo ya de ekom ene ebufuo ene ede to aba dan so tumfo se beye gina mame o se otumfo obeka ya Nana Dan Akufo-Addo be president na oko otumfo in 2017 no otumfo ka asem bi kire ne se Ghana for de ekom ene anibre ana to abatu adwomama na sa akom ne anibre na obi gina TV3 se Nana do be wono nso anye de be ya de kom ne anibre betu. Okay, now 5 years down the lane ohine ne reminded Nana do say otumfo se men kan kire o say okay self-futuo no amede ma ho no edientia if say self-futuo no otumfo de ma no yemusa so aye hu bibi ekom ne anibre no it is still there ekom ne anibre no it is still there otumfo soma message si afa nkai no say me ka kire say Ghana for de kom ne anibre ana to aba aha afa yenko ne yentie nsem no ye
broni a friend say legacy ubeje odini ato ho na Ghana for ye rem free woda sa bocha kase ya odi asi wani so yi so tumi ya e be da ho afebo na ahye odini enmonyam otumfo se odimpa bo be cha wuti ama Ghana sikasem tokro bia dida ho watch me atuatua na wa bo Ghana sika ene Ghana foto ho ban na dwuma de kase ya ene wa ba be hya ase wo trede santimantamu watch me aye atu nse
edi we ose say eja foto no a eda ho no tokuro bia ededa ho ye betumi atuatue ebiso wo ka asem coded message na ado say ade no wo mo foto no ba ye o nanka president abo foto ba ne then na you health minister Kwakwaji Mamenu edi sebi nsem hunu of this magnitude and who jina bedwoma you think say this is a topic corruption issue is something that you must crack a joke about na yebekọ ni akwa enra na nadu dan kwakufuado ene eye CSOs bi hyiaye na woni CSOs ni hyiaye no wode ensem bi atodwa you ready Rabani Asamanka say was it what is more tragic than to see a person who has risen to be disciplined height of tough-mindedness but has at the same time sunk to the passionless depth of hard-heartedness. Most of our politicians or our leaders spend most of their time in these developed countries where things are done purposely to benefit the masses. But what do we see here? The opposite. The professional fire will definitely catch up with the leaders. Jehovah bless you, Commander. And here, Raboni Asamanka say, Raboni, thank you very much. Ye movie na yan shadie. Enu ananadu na kwa kufuado ne nkofo shiai. Anu wamo say, President, fix the country for say Constitutional Review Commission report. Fire Juma, make a fix the country. Na juadei on the Monday, 10 a.m. or Chinechi Monday, 10 a.m. Ye nyina ya de ni kire new plan station. Fix the country ye press conference. Ye be kan adwene ye be cancel na ya kire mo where next ye be the next demonstration. Me say until we see development plan for this nation, we will not let propaganda put the people to sleep. Are you with me? With Yes, you be bien crofone Medical can over and over say the only reason Ghana is peaceful is not because it is a peaceful country. It is because the people do not understand what is going on around them. And for over 30 years, we've been using propaganda to deceive the people, putting the people to sleep. You must be waking people, no? Just so the leadership will do the right thing. Nana Dudanko Kufuado Enra or say I don't support wholesale review of the Constitution. Yeah. President said that. And you see, some of these comments are commenter. Is it that they repackaged Nanado? They lied to us about who Nanado was, or just because now open to meaning the battle was the loss and he deceived the people? Because some of these comments, it does not reflect what Nanado that we knew stood for. President comments 19th August 2021. Or say there, or say the president Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo has said that he does not support any cause for the 1992 constitution to be reviewed or amended on a party basis. According to the president, the current constitution is one that has assisted the durability of the Fourth Republic, which happens to be the longest one ever. As such, any attempt to review it should be done with utmost care. Alternatively, the former Attorney General and the Akufo administration feels that a multi-party democratic rule should be extended to the locals. Wait a second. Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo nekasa asemui. Yanko IEA debate on the 15th of November 2008 when Nanado was first looking for the power of the people, the sovereign will of the people to become president of the republic. Okoye Professor Ademensa Busa a question said, what has he make of the constitutional, current constitutional 2008? Thank
you very much. First of all, once again, fellow Ghanaians, it's good to be back here. We want to thank again the IEA for this program, as well as my colleagues around the table. I think the question is very apt. Definitely, after 16 years of operating a constitution, especially since both the major political parties in our country have had an opportunity to work it, there are several matters that have come up for discussion. And my way forward is that those issues, we will put a constitutional review commission in place very soon after taking office to go around the country collecting the views of our people to see how strong is this demand for reform. There are matters that all of us know about. Ministers in Parliament, should they come from Parliament? The powers of the Attorney General, should they be separated? The issue as to whether or not we should have a Prime Minister rather than a Vice President, like many of our neighbors do. The term of the President has come up. Is 4 years the ideal term for us, or are we talking 5 years? We've got the question of the election of... Hold
on. This is Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, President of the Republic. IEA debate on the 15th of November 2008. Tamale, Professor Ademen Sani Israelite, and an moderators. And Yobusa and the question said, what does he think of a constitutional review? Because at that time in 2004, now African PR Review Mechanism, Mo Ibrahim Foundation, Edward report about one of the lapses in our democracy, Ghana 1902 constitution. President Kufuor in Khartoum in 2005, a promise says Ampanyampa Obe set up a constitutional review commission at African heads of state. In 2008, election, one of the things that we talked about was constitutional review. And this was what the president at that time, presidential candidate, what he believed, said there are so many matters that has come up. And Wabobo so awaje fameko back. Na yentie na na do na fe nyoma na Wabobo so yenda secretary we say sa nyoma no asesa eneya. Yanko na mtie.
Thank you very much. First of all, once again, fellow Ghanaians, it's good to be back here. We want to thank again the IEA for this program, as well as my colleagues around the table. I think the question is very apt. Definitely, after 16 years of operating a constitution, especially since both the major political parties in our country have had an opportunity to work it, there are several matters that have come up for discussion. And my way forward is that those issues will put a constitutional review commission in place very soon after taking office.
Okay. Abaji, hold on. Mamen Kensi Sudia said, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo in 2008 at the IEA debate, he was the only person who mentioned the term Constitutional Review Commission. He was the only person. Professor Mel said, "Me and Anwanka Constitutional Review Commission." You can say, Pakwasi Ndumanka Constitutional Review Commission. You can say, Papa, you ever say, Ambassador Alaji, Dr. Nasigri Mahama. He never mentioned the word Constitutional Review Commission. So Nana Addo believed in setting up a Constitutional Review Commission to investigate what the people are saying. But then Nana Addo said he does not believe in wholesale approach. Really? Are we kidding? Oh, Otumfo said to Tupma, he didn't answer another question. Say the legacy you will be living, and you see the NPP supporting Nana Addo now. You see some of you, I don't know what is wrong with you. When I describe it, some of you for Mose Debi. Nana Addo, a legacy now, Odija NPP. You bet me a general so campaign. Should anybody emerge as the next flag bearer? You be a question. Omampeni Kufuor legacy se oja ya no na mujina so di winning a campaign in 2016. What legacy is the president leaving? You busa sa question no. Abayenko yentie ni bio. Yento aso.
To go around the country collecting the views of our people to see how strong is this.
Hold on. Go around the country collecting the views of our people to see how strong it is. In the Constitutional Review Commission report, written submissions 83,161. Around collecting the views of not less than 7 million Ghanaians, both home and abroad. And the president is telling me, say you just 7 million Ghanaians for views at the Ababeto. Now see you find the Constitutional Review Commissioner or say and strong enough for Nadia. What is the president saying? About Jantraso?
Constitutional Review Commission in place very soon after taking office to go around the country collecting the views of our people to see how strong is this demand for reform. There are matters that all of us know about. Ministers in Parliament, should they come from Parliament? The powers of the Attorney General.
Ministers in Parliament.
Should they be separated? The
Hold on.
issue.
Ministers Ye omu free parliament. Nanado at that time in 2008 thought that these were concerns of the majority people. And one ankasa so called commission Mr. Nanado Akufo-Addo a commission of inquiries, you know, command a report the D ewa on President Kufuor, on the former chief of staff Theodore Wood, and no mama nyina koye command one more report on commissions of inquiry, no wokobi nidi waha mesi nidi waha President Diwaha, prominent people, Yanko page 23, page 23, Nyanko Commission of Inquiry report. Nanado Danko Akufo, the President of the Republic, in Idisha. It will acquire Sanse Moy in our catcher Commission of Inquiry. So bet me a Zumine Radio. President Nanado Danko Akufo, Nidinye. Also the presidential candidate of the New Patriotic Party in 2008. Honorable Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo, or Commission of Inquiries, page 23 of a document we it will no acquire and some kind 1 year country and a good paper so. And then Nanado said what? He does not believe in wholesale what? Review of the Constitution. What is the president saying? What is the MPP doing? JJ Rawlings' constitution and when she formed MPP no, and then Nanado said he does not believe it. And I tell you what, in 2008, Nanado lose the election for a TV3 for interview no. Now what's in any more? No what gata no so na nimu ho. Kwesi ada na oka so ombeko court no. Omo interview no. What he said is that somebody says the sovereignty of the people by the barrel of the gun. When we call for democracy, he turns the barrel of the gun into a political party. Gives himself power for 8 years. NDC is a working illegality. Really? So if Nanado believes that NDC is a working illegality, it means the constitution that was formulated by the NDC is a working illegality document. But then Nanado, whose best friend eventually became JJ Rawlings, said he does not believe in a wholesale review of the constitution. Are you kidding me? I don't get it. I'm trying to get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Nanado says war and reviews our constitution we are. The next MPP presidential candidate, you will lose the election. Messi will be high and we are in charge of the youth. We are opening their eyes. Obia Messi also on review the constitution, the JJ Rawlings constitution on time on 2020 baby, for new constitution, developmental constitution. You will never win elections in this country. I swear. If you want to dare the youth, let's see. Yanko Kofodi and Yanko the state of a hospital now. Yanko Hanopaya, Mesuma Misoja Bakumano Kokore. About the Fatcher of Nafi Memra, Yemi phone lines.
21st, 2021. I'm at the site where the president last year, 22nd July 2020, came to cut sword for the construction of Kofodi Regional Hospital. And this is the current state of the site. This is the current state of the site. This is the current state of the site. So that is it. That is
the current state of the site. Abajimedase. Wisdom the toda waya juma bo se bia be fra na mana ade no so waya juma. Wisdom does a powerful job or no research or prophet Captain Joel so retired ewofia ha enche bia ne ba bedi nkobo ba mema kwan na so ba mi ankasa me right hand man kwasi agimai o se woni fefe ehwe me ewo mamponten agwazi on dey say ye bia phone lines obetimi afra 0204 155888 numbers na egu ase no fani yenya adwuma fani nante hello wine
Champion Hussein Adams.
mi super champion.
Original.
Ja, can I say that?
Say Jaya Hamo.
Ashama Tiseni.
Oh, Ashama Yuku.
Permanente.
Okay. Okatatie Nana Kwame Afriba.
Champion Hussein Adams.
On Friday, Yabakupe.
Medasi.
Yakupon Strau.
Medasi.
Okatatie anopa mametia onabujo so amidu akamba and this national organizer but you obi anyakopon su die kan tama do okon deputy communication officer awa atama form kan tama do esanafun ko be yama sila college di okatatie obapa gabra tete so okon ho modin ye papa ba bi obi anyame asu die kan na mpem me kan na mpem okatatie aniema nkoye anɔpa biara bi tumi sɛ ɔkatasie kwame afifa awore aho yie papaapa ɛne sɛ nti na awore aho sɛ sɛ wofa kurom ha nyinaa kurom ha journalist nyinaa obiara awore aho ɛyɛ deɛ bi ntra yɛnhwɛ bɔhyɛ akɛseɛ a president akufo ado bɛsɛ wɔ kurom ha bɔhyɛ akɛseɛ ɛna baabi a president akufo ado bɛkɔ bia na ɔde asa abɔ fam baabi a ɔbɛkɔ bia ɔde asa abɔ fam sɛ ɔbɛyɛ Ghana yie sɛ deɛ bɛn no papa yi ɛpɛ sɛ ɔyɛ wɔ kurom ha kora ɔde ho a wɔte aseɛ ɔkatasie ɛyɛ awerɛhosɛm o because ɔmampanin ɛkɛtena Ghana fo sɛ sika wɔ ha na ka obi aka sika wɔ ha katase kwame fifa ka Ghana ke yɛdade ne sɛ ɛka nneɛma bɛkɔ yie ama yɛ aban si sɛ kɔnte Ghana fo yie papaapa woti asɛm a no ɔhene ne ka no a ɔhene ne se dane ɛbotia koraa na ka bɛbɔ na ka wode ahyɛ wo nkurɔfoɔ a nkabɔ na ka fa hyɛ wo nkurɔfoɔ na nso wotumi da ban wei
okay, me am a champion. Medase, Yanante, for money and Nante. You see what my way, and this is for Madame for Parliament. I buy a society, woman per myself. Hello, Winey. Winey.
Hello.
Yay.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. But I want to say.
And the Bacha Winey.
And but Evremi, Imanuana.
Faminante, and a minute. Faminante, Captain retired you also who fiasi.
But your Fugna Okitano, and me heavy pa Bogno.
I did not hear me.
Review book.
Review commission report on the Debbie. I'm going to show more to more. But I don't have a code the gay and a minya and my binding is saying, yes, and yet. We me and my binding is, sir. And you said, I'll be open bear 300 Ghana, but I'm the binding Biamau. We my binding be my mama lawyer back, lawyer tadio sorry. Mama kosia sasante so back, lawyer kosia sasante. Mama I must off from penny for 80 book on the me check, but for Zika never give
You mama near talk to me, Benuzo, the incredible car for from what you say.
Why in a faminante and I'm ready who faminante.
Me say. Incredible country with the car for Lufron. What you say?
Oh, Faminante, tell.
Hello.
About you, you free some man, young queen, because in Minimero, and that's called a hello, Winey.
Yeah, I know. Let me wait. Don't believe.
What does that mean?
Don't believe.
Zongolin, okay. Faminante.
You, yeah, okay, they tell me problem, say. Oh, say, oh, my dear, a no way on them, if you do it, now say, Pala, can you for lawyers, teachers, who hear the for teaching, oh, now, oh, my dear, I know release, and you are for the what you say. Say, Aquara yes, for your policy. Aquara, let's say 5 years, first, can it not animal we need anymore. But I just can deny more. It will be a fire. As Mokuka, Baby, a singer is not in the crazy idea of way to the almost some way. And the baby ends today to money. They will do a name. And now to say, it's true. Man, my
Medase. George, me and Gasamina George. Happy Accounts Department, Happy FM George. Kwame Bosa. Kwame, Bibiana, they also here Constitutional Review Commission report in the Nyabotre. Me the beja, me send it soft copy no ma. You can say wisdom. Wow, Pebuba, XYZ here. Ubenya be a printer mana, what you can offer. Now the Constitutional Review Commission report, no. They say it carries about 80 to 90% of the solutions to the problems of this country. And some penny for some of our Yajuma. Hello, Winey. Where am I last caller?
Good morning.
Good morning, Winey.
Daniel, because if it's not
Daniel, Sunyane, Faminante.
Yeah, that must need my pal. I mean, more the more.
Medase.
You to organ, I want to read a system. Mwemo bona munkase mane ya start hearing empty and the angel mutuna obu mano ya wonto ni ebre
you to the more and the Monday press conference fix the country press conference no Monday basu new plan station okay Medase. The next place akoye demonstration. Yadi kaka say until we get real development and not propaganda, we will continue to put pressure on government after government after government after government to do the right thing for the people. Madame Waba hire XYZ and Abranaaso Nkomo sign. Still remaining the Bombardier Field Marshal Squadron leader, Ranger Buffalo Hwen Royal General Kabaka. Bomfa chia se de shia neme. Sechira de shia miya Santiago na yokoine. Na ano grofo bi so won tiasie se die ntina meya yokoine. Wa munko bi so mampani dada kufuo se ne papa no ye de ya oya yokoine asante yokoine. O tiasie anyimasem. Meya Santiago na obri konfo man hene ne papa ana me say obri konfo ba buduro ba buabeduru bosomfo comfort ya no me na nani makubensi ama me ba no ntimi nye foku okọ aduro so a aduro ne yetu no me fie okọ asofo de ntimi nye foku mechi agona for sa me okọ eye Felicia's corner agona okọ bomfa bra Gabriel hone na Omi sport mu a omonso abremu a omutie bomfa achiase wonya adu bomfa ayi konongo odumase na we ya bedu no boma on your left bomfa chiase ena no akwa bi se me ton me krom na ukrom anka onton na ton aton ne na aton ne chena me da mo ba si ameba Captain retired Joel Sowu ene me ne wo kasa Ghana coup d'etat esiye from 1966 ebesi be 79 81 72 na okani nyina ho ene e be busa the questions Ebani say why? Maybe a free bar as a nation. Obey a food distribution for penny wire Santa region. Yebabusani said, say in a koye, where are we heading to? He is a senior citizen of the Republic. We will ask him questions. And Kobabia, Captain Retired Joso is my guest for today. Madame Obesi Ameba, Ejumano continues.
Ifo kra na menyisika etia ye mefui
Ehinfa pa na menya bosia edia tre medwuma yimu
kai kra mabre menya bosia ato taxi fufu Suhum Rural Bank
Yamamwa kwa baba Suhum Rural Bank. Ye won hye ya hodo bi te se dwadifo abosia, ekokro bosia, susu account. Ene da so wo ho savings account. Me bada chain savings account. Ene de keka ho. Suhum Rural Bank was 034229186. Na won so wetumi aka se.
Suhum Rural Bank ama ene mayeka ona.
Suhum Rural Bank enti me pa minie.
Suhum Rural Bank, growing our heritage.
We are one man short. Should we invite him?
Yeah.
It be old cargo. Can I join you guys?
Yeah. Always brave, fresh, natural, eggs, mineral, water.
Still got it. Always keep hydrated naturally. That's my secret.
Manufactured with the primary aim of preserving nature's finest minerals necessary for a healthy mind and body. X Natural Mineral Water. Simply natural.
All right, that's what Abranaaso nkomo on TV XYZ. You can Abranaaso. If you remember baby and penimfosia, edi nkomo ya Abranaaso. If you remember baby edi Ghana nkomo Abranaaso. Ufri efuom eba Abranaaso na abetwen wedi umfufuo udi wi ani edi nkomo. Ufri makola ba Abranaaso ne ebetwen ne edi Kejetia Central Market. Kotokraba all the market ufri mu ba Abranaaso ani etene di nkomo. Yaka Abranaaso yaka petum varandam petum baby ampanimfo tena edi nyansa nkomo Abranaaso. And ye baba hebedika ka chose mimi journalism no, it is about taking you back where we come from, bringing you to the current situation and looking forward in a direction. The journalism, what inspires me is taking you back, because you to you don't even know where we are coming from as a nation. That is why you probably cannot be part of the national development. But if I begin to enlighten you and take you right back to where we are coming from and bring you to the current state, then you will appreciate where we are going. And you will know, so oh my Ghana, we are going nowhere. 64 years to nowhere. Yan kanokure. Nipa menene beye interview ne Penia 1960 na oho ye beye republic. 1957 na oho. 1966 school na oho. 1972 school so no oho. Captain retired Joe K. So senior citizen of the Republic. Captain, Akwawa.
Ayo medase.
Na say Captain didn't face any.
Me age. Me age yeah, 82 years plus 6 months.
Plus Aguso. What is that plus Jara?
Plus Jara.
You are the first person I've heard say, wedi 82. Now the man takas 1 person the media grow person they can. Mostly what people do is that say oh you're young na wo nyina. Ubisa say what they say also medi 12 and a half. Medi 18 and a half. When you do 30 now we have a book of ubisa say what they say also last year na medi 29. There is a referee and they captain the no 82 no but say be was 82 and some months. Captain Joe also
that is the truth. Kenu is Kwame.
Okay.
Trinidampo.
Kwame Trinidampo, and I'm Kwame as well. So you're my namesake.
And so and then Mechrasie.
Okay.
It's it's thunder.
Thunder.
From Mikasa, you would think I'm angry.
Okay.
But thunder cannot. That's not thunder.
Right.
So my voice is thunderous.
So when you tender.
So is God. You see?
Right.
God is greater. So God is greater.
So tender.
Tender. Now, Kwame means I was born on Saturday. Trinidampo.
Trinidampo Kwame.
Now, I'm the third son of my parents.
Okay.
Now, Osha, the Trinity, no? God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit. Being the third one, so I'm linked with the Holy Spirit.
Fantastic.
What am I saying? I have to tell people this. So when we are talking,
they will understand.
They will begin to understand where I'm coming from.
Okay, begin to understand where you are coming from. Captain is a year 82 years and some coins.
Yes.
64 years of independence for this country. It means time when you independence, you were about 22 years.
Exactly, 57.
You were about 18 years.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
18 years, they're not just one year fee enough. You probably saw whatever happened. Where we are coming from as a nation, baby, I have been through. So far, what is your take? Before we even go into specific, what is your take?
It is like 100 years race.
Okay.
You see, on your marks, get set, go. Shoot forward. But getting to the middle, no, both no, I think one or more starting.
Okay.
Now, by the time over who end, no, now they are all shoot to first, no, now Uncle Ye. I think I've said everything about Ghana.
It is a metuasia.
First
to gain independence.
Where are we now?
Nkoi.
Korea. Other countries that gain independence.
Malaysia.
Where are we now?
Hong Kong.
Where are we now?
Botswana.
My body to farm.
But we are nowhere.
Shit. ti say adi afi de ye kono afi de na basi.
So Ghana is declining. And yama be sa na ma wotina se na wohwe after 64 years of independence. We want to say ade no a decline. In the 60s, in the 70s, and yama be na course so any the air course in the year, it is more of deteriorating instead of progressing.
Before then, let me come be intro.
Catch it.
You see, say every country is a ship of state.
Okay.
So what is that?
Right.
Now, ship betua. The captain no, omoko and they chart the course.
Okay.
Have we a charted course to
that
know,
is a development
to find
plan.
out where we are going?
We don't.
Babu, what you do is that because there is no chart, Captain Wei Owua, na Captain Fofroba, there is no call for that chart.
Sense of direction.
Until we are in the high seas, in circles. Whereby, this is what I like. No, yeah. This is what I like. And we complain. And we don't do anything about it. All right. Let us say, manifesto, national manifesto. We don't have a national manifesto. But even if we don't have a national manifesto, can't we do something about it? When it comes to elections, what happens? Every party decides this is what we will do. Every party. Party A, party B, party C, or say this is what we'll do. And we, the people of the country, we all swallow everything hook, line, and sinker. What should have happened is this. The National Development Planning Commission that we have must be so reconstituted in a way. I won't go to the genesis, but let me start from the middle so you can get big because we don't have time. For the next 4 years,
okay,
what is the national agenda? What is the national development plan that we need for the next 4 years? So all the parties must troop to the National Development Planning Commission, NDPC, and say, we have to prepare our manifesto.
Okay.
What is the nation's vision for the next 4 years? Then they'll say, this is the vision, this is the national manifesto for the next 4 years.
It's all your manifesto.
4 years, no, you say you will do 1,000 kilometers of road. Year 1, quarter 1, this is what you will do. Year 1, quarter 2, this is what you do. Year 1, quarter 3, this is what you do. Year 1, quarter 4, this is what you do. But before you do that national manifesto or planning for the next 4 years, no, you see, you must have community projects. The community must have their plan. You and I, if we live in the community, I don't care whether you are NDC or I'm an MPP or you are ABC, I'm CDY, because road in New
right.
So when we prepare our plan in that community, there is no partisan politics. Because all of us, since we don't have water, you and I, we will suffer. It has nothing to do with your party or my party. So when we are planning the development of our community, there will be no partisan thing. So when the
community, we should have a bottom-up approach to development.
Thank you.
Where the community, they find no developmental agenda, no more command district, not district, no diaba a regional, not regional, no feeding into a national plan.
You collect the community programs into a district program. Projects.
Okay.
And then you collect the district one
into
regional. The regional.
And you regional to national.
So at the end of the day, what do you have? You have community projects, district projects,
regional
projects, and national projects.
Okay.
Now, when the budget is coming, the budget must feed
into this agenda.
So when we call to transparency, this is what I understand transparency to mean. because sikano ba they say bridge here what a hano is to be done. So the community people will be on the neck of the DC or MC. Bridge, you know, yeah, the sikano aba, yeah, bridge, you know. Am I talking sense?
You're making sense.
So if we don't do this, and we have been doing the wrong thing for the past 60 years, and we can't sit up and say, we are going second, yeah, go forward. Let's do something. So this is what I'm talking about projects. Now, so the NDPC, you must have NDPC in all the districts. That will collect activities of the communities.
So the Constitutional Review Commission report today, a friend of District Planning and Budgetary Unit, where they will be the ones to plan and budget for a project within their district. Then we have Regional Planning and Coordinating Unit, which the various districts under the region, they will coordinate with them to see how development is going. Then the National Development Planning Commission becomes more of a monitoring, making sure that all the districts, all the regions, they are executing the national agenda.
Look,
so they've summarized it for us.
Yeah, but that summary that they've done is about who? It's about people.
Yes.
Where are the people? They live in the communities. Their input is, look, we say government holds the power in trust. And yes,
people, yeah.
You and I, in my community, if I haven't said anything, I don't know anything about what is coming in my community, then you have excluded me from it.
Okay, excluded, but Captain Yanko Yachi, Yambra. Yanko as far back as 1957, yes, when Ghana gained independence. Mm-hmm. At that time, where were you? How was the mood of the nation like?
Nostalgia. Maza, the expectation of the people of this country,
okay,
the mood in this country. If I'm describing it, you will not be able to get into that mood. You see this face of the country that if you haven't seen it physically, and later on, so Obi can, you will not
feel it.
You can only imagine it. You can, but you will not feel it. But in 57, at the Polo Ground, that's the name of the place, the original place. You named that.
Right.
The Polo
Grounds, yeah.
And you saw the crowd.
Okay.
I was there.
You were there?
Oh, I mean, I was there. Yes, now me yeti.
And who made declare independence now?
Master, let me just go back before you talk about it. Independence. You understand? You have to remember people like Kwabena Boni.
Ni Kwabena Boni the third, who was the Osuala Tamache.
You have to remember the soldiers who returned from the war.
Sergeant Ajete Cooperative Pone Private or that.
These were the people that you know, the petrol was there. They've sprinkled the petrol and everything.
Okay.
When Emery shot Sergeant Adete and co at the castle. No mobile. When the Kwabena Boni has already declared boycott.
24 January 1948.
UTC mama, wohe, kache no wobai. UTC mama, wohe, kache no wobai. Because things had gone sky high.
Right.
The Chandirams and Kominini, they were fleecing us.
That was when the term Awam came in.
So because of that, when they came back from town, then the looting started. And Master, they catch na peri because stores were burning
in Accra.
I'm telling you,
nationwide.
Namiti Agbado, Agbado, one of them Swalaba. From Swalaba, you come round and you go to that from Agbado. You are going to what do you call to Kolebu? That road. Now yet he lost in fear. Over by now, because we call Lutu or bad. There are people who are waiting on the road to. We say, family, over mammy, bam. Now they stick out. Then they had to bring the looting went on for some time. And then at that time, now people were looting. So drew area, all the rich people there, they looting. Those who were run away, they took their things and went there. So that also is a history. The soldiers were the one who galvanized and struck the match.
The matches now. Nation,
they say self-government now.
Okay.
Self-government now. Self-government now. Self-government now.
This was 1948.
Right.
Then we came to 1951.
Right.
Where we had the elections. Kwame Nkrumah was in jail.
We Bedema didn't see it no man or
okay.
No, or the man no, but then he won. Now Kwame Nkrumah, he was the one now Odisa or brushing backwards. And he's always walking with his hands as a back. And Kwame Nkrumah, if you saw Kwame Nkrumah, there was no way you would hate the man. It's a fair charisma or no. So coming back to 57,
right,
you will see that the country, we are all happy. Things were going on. In fact, he started very well. And anybody who will say, because we were not even a nation, we were scattered people. Oh no, you can say there was Ashanti region. You have the Northern Territories. Then you have the Accra, the coastal belt.
Coastal belt and Accra Cape Coast.
Yeah. So what? And then Volta region.
Okay.
Okay. Transvolta region became Ghana.
Transvolta Togoland.
Transvolta Togoland became part of Ghana because of the plebiscite that took place.
Right.
You know, but even there was certain, they say Regio, it became part. Who did it? It was Kwame Nkrumah who brought all these things about. Look at the factories that he brought about.
So Kwame Nkrumah did well from the beginning.
I'm saying that if anybody says Kwame Nkrumah didn't do well, and they're a naive person. However,
we will come to the however.
Okay.
Kwame Nkrumah did so well, as you said. But in 1966, you, Joe Okeso, Captain retired. Kwame so, any uncle for a year Kotoka, a champion, any a year FIFA, Kotokani and FIFA, and a Mutu Kwame Nkrumah by Guya. Why did you do that?
So, Kowari.
And
you give everything to your wife. Sebe. Adiano onya. You are in trouble. Sebe. Nininka, and you are oppressing her, you are beating her, you are doing all sorts of things. You haven't achieved anything. That's the problem with Kwame Nkrumah.
And then
What do you say about? Let me just say 1, 2, 3. One of the reasons for the overthrow was capricious use of power.
Okay.
Now, if you were to be in the Kwame Nkrumah era, and you come to this era, you will ask yourself, so did Kwame Nkrumah do all these things for the reason why he was overthrown? Do you understand what I'm saying? Did Kwame Nkrumah do all these things that are happening today? Because of that, we overthrew him.
To you were part of the people who did the coup.
Yes.
You were part of them.
Yes.
In fact, what was your role before we come to what he did? What role did you play? You were part of the people of Muye 96 school. No? What role did you play?
Hey, Charlie, you want to know my Achilles heel? We are bad. Though. You want to know my Achilles heel?
What did you do?
I mean, can't you know? But in overthrowing him.
Right.
I've just told you that nobody convinced me. Nobody, from 1964, things started going very bad.
Okay.
That Kwame Nkrumah's own ministers were scared of their lives.
Because of what?
And because they were now the man has become a demagogue, a god. That when he says you and then ube dance for one prisoner, makoko da 3 years da. Preventive Detention Act. PDA. Yeah, one prison. They condemn cells. You see, if they come to arrest you, and you are in your Kyoto, you won't go back to your place to where this thing. Is it not the case? My own, I'll call her mother-in-law. Right. Was a CPP women's organizer, and on the coup was on 24th December. But 24th February. 24th February. 1966. Now, a week during that week, my mother-in-law, no, did he soldier for them. Are they? Also, mu your kwasia for a clean communion, which means a mu any da bankum kwa na muda. She Nigeria, that no, in Zeri Benin Crawford, no, my Yaku Nigeria. No, sir, Mamuti Hamu Yashi. No, so on him say, Namoye underground. Now, Mr. Sumi, him say, Bibi Babesi. My confuse you. Now, when him say Bibi Babesi, I said, my confuse you. What you say? Right. So, on the 24th, I didn't see you. Now, I was on company commander's course in Teshi. Now, field engineers, or movie, now, all the officers, I don't know by design, they all came to my office, my room to find out what was happening. Or more canona me dressing up. You know, I was dressing up. By the time they realized I have left, I came to my unit, Recce Regiment. Now, Yajai fire it back on as if by design. Almost see gun now say. You can't fire it in there. Amoka, small one. Small one, they two share anymore. Okay. And so I jumped into in a check now. I didn't hear. Now my friend, my driver, and your friend Abuchi. I said, are you afraid? They said, no. Say, enter. 1 month operation. Now me was Flagstaff House. Me call Flagstaff House. From Flagstaff House, now me buy broadcasting. Now company, you see, enter no. I said they were lying behind the wall. Me say, hey, my friend, are you supposed to go and enter and capture the place or what? I mean, keep going on. So if you don't move, I'm go inside. It will seem as if I'm blowing my home, but I don't know I'm not buying. Anyway, I think more substantive. No, I want to know exactly what you did to overthrow Kwame Nkrumah. Remember, substantive, no. When they can mention, I'll say Kwame Nkrumah became more of a demigod when Prevention Detention Act. And no, you better a question on it. Was it not the case, sir? Kwame Nkrumah was developing the nation, but certain people were attacking his life to the extent that Kurungugu bombing, I'm not saying more as new, but certain people to bomb near the Ompeso Mukuno. Was it not what actually channeled the energy of Kwame Nkrumah into abusing the powers that he had? But don't you think that they could have a better way of handling that matter? I'm sure he's not perfect. But if you were president, yes, and tomorrow you wake up and you see say Nkrofo try some mess. Why were people trying to kill him? Okay, that's the question you should have asked. Why were people throwing bombs? Why? There is a cause and effect. Okay. So why do you look at the effect and you forget about the cause? There was something that was going on, and I told you from 64. Now, we were queuing for essential goods. Things were not all right. Well, that time, no. You see the Flagstaff House. Ofi 37 bar. So we do Flagstaff House, and you start looking at the Flagstaff House 2-3 times. By the time we do Sankara, no at you. Why were you looking at Flagstaff House? Thomas motorcycle means say wonkai. Moto, oh, they've got far Flagstaff House. By the time Oberu Sankara at you, because they would think that it was gunfire. Everybody in this country, I could have brought you a Legon Observer, right? That described the situation. It said when they heard the voice of Kotoka, everybody in this country heaved a sigh of relief for what they were expecting. What were they expecting? They were expecting a change of government. But how could you use a democratic means to change a government that has become one-party state, that everything is vested in one party, that at one time he was even changing the national flag for the CPP flag. So our national flag would have become the CPP flag. How could you tolerate that kind of situation? So when elections were coming, they just say, Afrifa, your constituency is Nakmanduri, and you don't know where Nakmanduri is, but you have won the seat in Nakmanduri.
So he was becoming a dictator.
So, Master, I'm not saying, now you can see, I'm just giving you insight. Now, Kwame Nkrumah, what people forget, and I'm not here to denigrate him. No, I'm just stating facts. Look, I never voted until I left the armed forces.
Okay.
Why? Because when I joined the armed forces, I was told, don't do politics. Don't have a politician as a friend. Don't do business. Don't have a businessman as a friend. Brigadier Bawa was going around the units trying to tell us, officers and men, to become CPP members. That was the beginning of the downfall of Kwame Nkrumah, and a lot of people do not do this. Because the military, we were just to soldier and not to get involved in politics. So that brought about the division of the armed forces, those who were for Nkrumah, those who were against Nkrumah. And then the formation of the presidential organ regiment. And their aim was to protect the person of Kwame Nkrumah, and the constitution at that time says you cannot have a private army. So by extension, he had a private army, which was against the constitution, for which he could be punished. So the presidential All Guard Regiment, the way, Master, they were so equipped, best uniform, everything, while the regular soldiers Oba Preda Kosukopo boot or trouser no.
So do baby na Nkrumah for me on one personal.
They have that.
You know, treat you more well. The soldier for now believe say among kind of
right.
And for that matter, he became for and against soldiers.
That was the beginning. That was the beginning
of Nkrumah downfall.
Yes.
It's in a more planning war a cool hill. Every 2 no 66.
If I ever no cool.
I never be an hour. Aya Abranaaso Nkomo on TV XYZ. Mene Captain retired Joe Kilsu 66 cool. Na onim de enkoso na emomote prenana ontemerika ehye ni boot and then the socks. Efa amod car. Ekọ Flagstaff bus square action. The action man was 66. Ghana formula and say Yemusa say today when you sit down and you reflect,
yes.
Do you think there was a better way you could have handled the tyranny of Nkrumah? When I use the word tyranny in quotes, the tyranny of Nkrumah instead of overthrowing him, because there is a video, I video no mame, where Kotoka in 72 was being asked by a
no 72 no Kotoka.
Sorry, no, I'm talking about he granted an interview in 72 Kotoka in the 1970, where he granted an interview with a BBC.
Kotoka died in 67.
Kotoka, video no mame.
Kotoka died in 1967. Yes.
When they were still in government.
When Atta tried to stage a coup, and I foiled that coup.
Okay. Kotoka died in 67.
Yes.
So we were saying video no mame.
Yes.
General Anka was the leader.
Of 66.
66.
Yes.
So say 69. Is that correct?
Yes. When the
and then you have an election.
Yes.
69 constitution.
When Buzia came in.
Where Buzia PP, that is Progress Party, with Nana Dranko Kufuor Papa, who was then the ceremonial president.
Yes.
Why did you come back again? 72.
Yeah, I'm got 67 first.
Why when your video no? About your video no? Okay, my share a video of a Kotoka granting interview. Now you busana about the coming of Kwame Nkrumah. The answer or the Maya.
That would have been in 67, early 67.
Okay.
Because the 67 attempted coup was in April.
Okay.
So it could have been between January to March.
Right. It's
everybody is working hard. And we hope it's going to be long when things will be on good footing.
Returning to ex-President Nkrumah, do you think he'll ever try to return to Ghana?
We'll be very pleased indeed to have him back in Ghana. We'll give him the red cap. Everybody is working hard, and we hope it won't be long when things will be on a good footing.
Returning to ex-President Nkrumah, do you think he'll ever try to return to Ghana?
We'll be very pleased indeed to have him back in Ghana. We'll give him the red cap.
Okay, so, Captain, this is Kotoka in 67.
Yes.
When he granted interview and he said, we will be very pleased to have Nkrumah back in Ghana, and we will give him the red carpet. It goes ahead to say that one way or the other, he still revered Nkrumah for the works he's done. And now what's in us?
No, you got it wrong.
Okay.
It was a sarcastic answer.
Where sarcastic answer means what?
Listen. Here was the man who overthrew Kwame Nkrumah.
Right.
And then, so when Kwame Nkrumah arrived, then he says, walk on the red carpet. Does it make sense?
That's not me saying, oh,
Maza.
Do you regret Semutu Nkrumah?
No.
You don't regret?
No.
The Ghanaian people are asking on social media.
Yeah.
Say Musa said, do you regret?
I don't regret. Listen. Dear Mebe Kano, whether you like it or not, take it, because that is my
opinion, and you're entitled to it.
I have sat down many times and looked at Ghana. This time, not from even my own personal point of view. I looked at it from God's point of view.
Okay.
Because I was asking myself, and the Holy Spirit said, Lord, this is, to me, Ghana is a heaven. This place. Because anything you need in the world is here. And we have the human capital and resources to achieve greatness. Why is it that we are not achieving greatness? That's number one. Number two, Kwame Nkrumah was a man of destiny. He also came into this world to do a specific thing. That specific thing was to found Ghana, achieve Republican state. His job was done.
He should have gone on.
So, just as Jesus Christ came 3 years, so when Kwame Nkrumah left, it means that Kotoka's coming into the world was only to come and bump Kwame Nkrumah off.
So you believe in nature?
I'm believing, yes. I believe.
Nature a plan.
Right, because like, why is it that we are born and we die? You are born. You have to do something. You finish, you will go.
So you don't regret being a part of the people of Mutu Kwame Nkrumah?
No.
Okay, so now in 69.
Yes.
In
67.
In 69.
There became 67 and
67, there was a coup that you foiled it.
Yes.
After coup, no?
Yes.
What happened? That time, no, what happened?
You see, there are Niamabia because bedroom. What's the meaning of bedroom?
Bedroom, that is Deba. What do you mean, kind of bedroom? Public.
Niamabi wahwa semikawa haseseya. There will be conflagration in this country.
Come on, Miradi.
Minka. There are things I have bottled up in me.
I can't say that to you.
Dabi, warning, wisdom is different from knowledge. John the Baptist, one call you so wisdom, your trinity. Eddie man, young girl. Niamabi woho in this country. Master, me catch the word. There will be conflagration in this country. And the year binimu ya ye kom ne hwe niama.
Yemre so 67
okay.
aka
69.
69 mwatuaba ye de abana ma eye Buzia ene Akufo-Addo papa Eduardo Akufo-Addo amomobu amemu no from eye 1969 70 1972 you came back.
Who was the leader?
Ike Achampo.
Good. Ike Achampo was the leader.
Okay.
And Buzia came into power. What was one of the first things that Buzia did? And he said, they should go back to their country.
Alliance compliance order.
That's right. That was where I had a problem with Buzia. Personally. Mami, give me glass. Continental Hotel. Say, I don't know how they call the place. The Oko Airport. Hotel.
I can't remember the name.
By Unimsa Hotel.
Right. Mehu Hotel now.
It was.
Is it Holiday Inn?
No.
Airport View Hotel.
No. The OFI 37 now Oko Airport.
Okay.
The hotel is on the left, with filling stations opposite.
Golden Tulip.
Golden Tulip.
Okay.
I was standing there in the afternoon, and I saw a big truck. The one like a tipper truck. And it was loaded about 2 stories high. And people were sitting right at the top. The Nigerians and the aliens who were going. It's not Buzia. What came? Man's inhumanity to man. So there are some of these people, no, Master, their parents or their grandparents had been in this country for ages. Omoko Nigeria, they will not be able to locate their families. Master,
so a champion did the coup. Time me say you buy him. A champion did the coup.
Yes.
You joined. At what point did you join?
Oh, I know dear. Yeah, now you coup hill no.
Okay.
You know, normally open me mention secrets of coup d'etat nowadays because I won't say normally we have a tradition. CEO, he was in no, that be Sawaba Nkrai as a acting brigade commander, one brigade commander. Now, Arakan. So he invited us for lunch.
Okay.
So we call our lunch now we tie martial music. Because cool, no mean to me in country say cool. So you have to find a way to communicate these things, but me in country. So all these things we're gonna. So to cut a long story short, somebody was giving people were giving tasks. Somebody was given a task to capture Flagstaff House. What you say?
Right.
Now Nipa no Odrani he was scared. He ran. So a champion and the Bedu. Then they came to me. He said, Joel, Nipa I say on capture me bonidin because me or your penny pa.
But that's what you say.
Otiase pa.
You can't so capture now.
Oh, Master Odrani on the so Omuba na me catch and so all right, send a company through 37.
Okay.
Mia Ankasa, I'll come through Switchback Road. And to me for one therapy. And me no, I don't carry gun. What you say? Don't ask me why. I don't carry.
Is that why people say no dear draw?
Oh, Master,
Captain Joel Kelso, we know dear draw. It's you know about be kuku on fatu.
Me explaining things from the beginning. My name. Kwame Twendampo, Holy Spirit. So who God is greater.
Okay.
So man, know thyself, know who you are. Didn't God say, let there be light, and there was light according to the Bible? And to me call Flagstaff before the company arrived in Flagstaff. Now me my bone. Akufo, who became the president, he was then the Kennedy GS at the Flagstaff House. And the instead of staying in the armored car for protection, man, I didn't sit in the armored car. I jumped out of the armored car.
And what did you do?
And I used my stick. Be almost see a drone.
Maybe they call me.
Yeah, they say a drone. Now I just started talking, shouting. I said, I'm counting 10. By the time I finish counting 10, no matter who you are, come, lie down, put your arms on the right. 1, by the time I do 8,
I hear the 72 coup.
I am telling you.
One now come out
Minna me cultural. My yedin.
No be abeda form.
Obiada for.
Then where was Kotoka at that time?
Oh, Kotoka say 67. You was
at that time.
You was 72.
No, I'm talking about a champo.
Champo say me nimbe biyo. Sa onu ba be kan chire me no at wrecking no. Me nimbe biyo no. What you say?
Okay.
So before nipa or the oko wuem no odwane ye no afa na wa ba pie.
Wo ma order ni we na nkofo.
Now no rank cry higher than media no. Let me bolok no say, what the hell do you mean? You are supposed to capture this place. You couldn't do it. I've done it. Wrecking, we don't hold ground. Now take charge. I'm gone. Now me say bring the land. That time no answer and company do arrive. Let me fray Land Rover no. Let me salute you. Kena Akufo. I said, sir, you are under arrest.
Akufo.
Yeah.
Obey president.
Yeah. So he was the.
Arrested.
He was the Kennedy GS at the castle. Me na the Flagstaff. Me na me can. And yes, me see.
What salute senior and
yes, because he's my senior. Look, listen. In a war situation, no matter what, you have to show respect
to your senior.
So I showed the respect. That over came. I opened it for him. He sat down. I closed the door. I saluted him. I said, sir, you are a gentleman. I will not even escort you. Said, driver, take him to Gonda.
Now the so when it happens like that, I then capture Flagstaff, which was the seat of government. You didn't take over, or it is not done that way.
Dabi said the leader was Kotoka.
Okay.
So why? I'm not ordinately ambitious.
Okay.
I've done my job. 66 no before no. Now you can't like Kennel B say he should tell Zalarugu, who was the commander of presidential own guard regiment, say he should tell the soldiers in Flagstaff House to stop firing. Only the kind. Or see walai or no on to me call Zalarugu the name because Obian himself Zalarugu wa bing. Now Papa no original say ya. Master, you'll be scared of him. Then I said, I'll do it. Now me call him. He said, sir, now me armor come. No, sir, you have to tell the people to lay down their arms. I'm Kenneth Alerugu, your commanding officer. Please lay down your arms. Yeah, no. Say no. Or yeah, manumeda. Nipa or say, oh.
Yamra yanim 72. Mayeku a champion. Abe president. 79. You did a palace school. Were you there?
That means
now the Ubuntu go. You were no more interested in.
The interesting thing about 72.
Okay.
One thing Buzia did also, which was to my benefit. Master, Ube Kasa Fiye.
Okay.
Me di sojano. Now me can't tell me who say. Me do the rank of captain, I will leave. Because, Master, Captain rank no, me de
Captain retired.
Acha, share oko sports captain wo, boxing captain wo, oko athletics captain wo. The bia even in heaven no captain of Israel host. And to say rank captain no dey me fa.
One na you there. You free one as well.
And me do that time I was a captain. Now Buzia Baye no say anybody who has done 10 years service now who you captain. You can retire. I was the first person to pick the form. TMU. So before 72 coup, no, I have already signed on the dotted line.
So
that I'll retire. And I was to retire in 1st April 1972.
And I'm here coup no
I think it was in January.
January 1972.
Yes.
So some few months to your retirement.
And I retired.
And yes,
yeah. I could have said I wanted to stay, but an officer and a gentleman and a man with integrity, no, I said no. I've already signed. Let it be.
Okay, so we've gone through a year 72. We've come to 79 when there was a police school.
Yeah.
78. 78, but you experienced it, where a Kufu overthrew a champion.
Yes.
Then in 79, 15th May, J.J. Rawlings also attempted.
Yeah, but let me tell you about the 78.
Okay. So J.J. Rawlings attempt 15th May, it has not succeeded.
Yeah.
Then a year 31st.
June 4th.
June 4th,
yeah.
1979. Major Bwachija money a day.
Yeah.
Coup.
Yeah.
Do you think, sir, coup d'etats the development of this nation?
This question will be a long debate.
Right.
But let me tell you, let me just use this way. You can ask me people's revolution and a coup d'etat. I think that will be a better explanation.
People's revolution,
yeah,
and a coup d'etat.
Yeah, because there are certain things that would have been happening that would lead to a coup d'etat. Certain things would have been happening that would have led to the people rising up and taking power. Or you don't agree?
I agree.
All right. If you agree, look at the Arab Spring, the things that have happened, people's power. Up to now, those countries have never been stabilized. Whereas in the coup d'etat situation, at least within a certain period, the country becomes stabilized. Take Kagame. You see? Now, do you know why? Do you know the reason why?
Tell me.
The reason is this. And when people's revolution takes place, there is no command and control center. Nobody's in charge. So everybody here, they are open. So to be able to governize the people and the country to become governable, it becomes a big problem. But in the coup d'etat, it said Obianya appendix site is Hano. Of course, when you try to pump thing now, Obey pink a crowd now it stabilizes.
Okay, so the People's Revolution, most often than not, and a mass People's Revolution, unemployment, that is youth unemployment and hardship. Yeah. Now, as it stands now, Ghana, your youth employment population is about 57%. Your youth structure now from a year from 0 to 14 is about 37%. 15 to 24 is about 18%. A year 25 to a year 54 is about 34.27%. Now, youth dependency ratio is about 67%. Nipa developing on. So far as it stands now, youth unemployment in Ghana, it keeps on rising. This year, I think we did 4.53% of youth unemployment in this country. And for a expressive fear, especially looking at you can say the fix the country thing at Akoso, which it hasn't stopped. Yeah. It is a recipe for disaster. Yes. And if care is not taken, it may lead to something that the country may not be able to return. What do you share from your professional point of view, perspective? Yeah. What is going on in this country?
Yeah, some of us are afraid. Me, for instance.
You are afraid?
Yeah, I'm afraid for the future of this country.
Okay.
Why? Why am I afraid? I'm afraid because when people's anger begins to build up and builds up and build up and build up, one small incident can trigger a revolution. And I've told you, when you have such a situation, it is difficult to control it. Now, we have this massive unemployment in our country. And this is where I prefer offering a solution instead of just talking about the problem. So if you have such a massive unemployment in your country, and you say, we want to have one district, one factory. Fantastic idea. The question is, so how do you implement that? God has given us oil in this country. I won't go far. If we refine oil, I'm told by the experts that the byproducts that you can have out of oil is over 1,000. Then can create factories in almost every district in this country. That would have gone to solve unemployment problem in this country. We have gone to give our bauxite for the Chinese to mine for 100 years. Nobody is saying anything. Can you imagine for 100 years they are mining bauxite, the acreage that they are going to, they are spoiling? And I'm told even the soil, the sand. You know the reason why? It is more expensive than than the
bauxite is so.
And we are sitting down. So you, the youth, the question is, what is there for you?
And that's the next generation.
That is my fear. That is my fear. That a small someday ignite something, then we have a problem in this country. And I've told you that people's revolution is worse than a coup d'etat. So the youth, the fiscal country, no. At the end of the demonstration, so what? What will happen? What is your agenda? Fix the country, the Cape Coast, Takoradi, Kumasi, Accra. So when you finish, they all go back to their parties. And like Farouk, or is it, I always call our hub said, and they take 50 cities and go and do this. So fix the country, no? It's a mirage. It's a non-starter. If there is no agenda at the end.
What agenda do you think it should be?
Oh, me. Oh, come and pay the consultancy.
No, you are a senior citizen. What agenda do you think should be?
All right, to you.
Right.
Normal statistics be. What is the percentage?
The population ratio of the youth.
Of the youth.
It's about 57% of the republic.
Now, if you want to win election, how many?
You need 50% plus 1.
So why is it that somebody cannot think that we are declaring a political force?
Because 1992 Constitution has actually barred the youth from participating in an election.
You know something.
Unless you are 40 years and above.
Yeah. So you see, you can't get anybody 40 years and above to lead you.
Okay. So you are saying that you should form a youth political force?
You people, the truth of the matter is that you always look at why it cannot be done instead of why it can be done. That is our psyche. That is our mind. We have to renew the spirit of our mind.
So, Captain, who is saying that the youth must form a youth political front? Is that what you are saying?
I'm saying that if they want me to advise them,
and take away power from the old folks.
Look, listen.
Tell me.
I say I'm a lay-by now, a senior citizen. I scan the landscape of the media, and I see all sorts of things, and I smile to myself. And I said, sometimes the arguments that come forward, the arguments are so skewed. And I said, why is it that we cannot see through it? Let me give you just one small example.
Then we are probably wrapping up.
Yes, and Mr. President, don't be angry because it's the truth. You see, I heard that the president says they are going to do something, a project.
Agenda 111.
Yes, and that it must be from his office. Without due respect, that straight away is an indictment of the Minister for Health.
Okay.
The only time I know a president takes over a ministry or something function to do is that when there is no minister. Let's say he's sick or he's dead, or, you understand, and there is nobody to hold that portfolio. So the presidency takes over that portfolio for a temporary period. When a new one is appointed, then the president. So if I'm the Minister for Health, I would have resigned.
You won't resign for that.
No. What I'm telling you,
because corruption issues.
No, what I'm saying is that I cannot be Minister for Health. Then the job that I'm supposed to do,
the presidency takes over.
I will resign.
Because they don't trust you.
I will resign.
And no, now what you picture be a Ministry of Health for or more can I say or more website and then because I'm copy information. In fact, information more updated on facts and figures. The last time was 2015. And so bedru ana minister na no yomo any trimu yomo ene kaji and the website and so gentia. And so update 2015 was the last time Ministry of Health for or more website or more updated facts and figures. Yeah, wrap it up or no?
Yes.
Akufo-Addo's government.
Yes.
Are you impressed?
I'm sad.
Oh, how?
I'm sad in the sense that this government came into power with all the goodwill of the people of this country.
Right.
And they say, he who is much is given,
much is expected.
And there are a lot of things that personally, I thought that he could have done better. And there are a lot of things that, situations that he could have kept quiet. There are situations that he should have come forward. You see, leadership if you look at Kufuor's leadership, because they all belong to the same party, you can see a vast difference.
Kufuor's leadership and Kufuor, the vast difference.
Yes.
Kufuor, they need a better chair.
Kufuor is an example of any leader you can get anywhere. Didn't Kufuor have problems? He had. But he was able to, you know, what I'm saying is that he didn't escalate issues. Are you with me?
I'm with you.
And Kufuor was a very humble man who was prepared to listen. And he listens, he does. And he feared God.
Kufuor is not humble. It's that to say. And the first thing is here. My guest here, Captain Retired Joel Kwame Sowu, a very popular name. Ofa baby anate Captain Sowu. Na wachire mu die ntia, he was an action man. He feared nothing. Go say no dey do because of my commander who could you but you respond to it. And now it's been very educative. At least Ghana former and Mabawa Munim baby a free banner. And then you've had the first-hand info of what happened in 66 and 72. And the Eke Kahunina. You better air captain as it. But as usual, this show is motivated by making you, the youth, know where we are coming from as a nation, where we've gotten to, and where we are heading as a nation. Midi Edward Katechi Kwame Efifa Mensa. Aha TV XYZ. Obetimi afraid Bombardier Field Marshal Squadron Leader Ranger Buffalo. One Royal General Kabaka Bomfa this year. Sechere this year Mayor Santiago na Yokohine. Me want his stress on it. Shego Vera, the one that bears the spirit of our forebears. From Kenneth Kawuna to Nelson Mandela, Julius Camarara Nyerere, Francois Tombapi, Leopold Senghor, Kwame Nkrumah ne Omama Kenyina. Omusunsum etimimu. Ye kanokure said yet here. I am a nondescript radical reformer. Next week, you will say, Shebio, Benassi.